be previewing the full card for UFC Saudi Arabia. And this card's honestly not that bad. There's 11 fights on the card as of right now, and we had a cancellation earlier today. So Balasioki's not fighting at UFC Saudi Arabia anymore. I'm not sure why he ended up pulling out. So Oki was the reason that fight's canceled. So Oki withdrew. I'm not really sure what the reason was. Maybe injury during camp or something like that. So that sucks. I know people had a lot of money on Oki at like plus money. I know people got him early. Yeah, like the lines flipped. So the bookies, they probably got lucky there. Because I think Oki was gonna win that fight at a pretty high probability, but the line was getting kind of out of control. Now we got Hamdi Abdul Wahab taking on Jamal Pogues. What a matchup, guys! What an absolute banger. I know people are all over. Hamdi Abdul Wahab. People think this guy's gonna be like the next fucking Francis Ngannou, bro. Like, I can't believe how many people are betting this guy, bro. Like, good fucking luck. I know, Vulcan. I know you're pretty high on Hamdi, right? Let's do a poll. I want to do a poll, see who the people are picking. I know it's gonna be majority of people picking Hamdi here. I can already like kind of feel it. I can already tell. Jamal Pokes, bro. I never thought I'd be picking fucking Jamal Pokes to win a fight in the UFC. I honestly, like, I don't even know. I still can't believe I'm picking this guy to win a fight in the UFC. He's actually like pretty fucking horrible, but like, I haven't seen Hamdi for the past 2 years, so I don't know. Like I'm sure he's probably working. He's probably working on that in the gym. But like, what has he been doing for the past 2 years? I know he was suspension. He had a suspension for PEDs and all that stuff. Like, maybe they're gonna let him use all the stuff out there in Saudi Arabia. Who's gonna check him, right? Like, who's gonna check him for PEDs over there in Saudi Arabia? So maybe that's gonna be the deal over there. Him fighting in Saudi Arabia now. It's crazy to me that they cut Dudukova after losing. She lost like one fight in the UFC. They already cut her. They're like you're not staying in the UFC anymore. And they still have Hamdi around. It's kind of crazy to me. He's not coming off a loss, right? I guess, but yeah, what's going on, Woken? Now let's go, Woken. First of many. Let's go, Rhymy in the house. How's it going, guys? How you guys doing, bro? Hammer or boy Hamdi, bro? I can't bet someone that I haven't seen in 2.5 years. And I watched that fight, bro. But what's his name? Donto Mays, man. Like, to be fair, like he almost finished Donto Mays in the first round. Like then he almost got finished in the second round. Like, bro, like he got a takedown in the third round. So like it shows that the guy can like go through some adversity. Like, and he can still get takedowns, right? Like, so honestly, like the side is probably Hamdi at like even money right now. But I just there's just way too many questions for me. Like I can like for me, like why would I bet on Hamdi? I'd probably better off betting on like Imao, who's been fighting, who's been active, who's coming off momentum right now. So like it doesn't really make sense for me betting Hamdi at like -110. Then like I should be betting someone at underdogs, much better underdogs for me, like than betting someone at like if he was underdog, like if you got him out early as an underdog, probably not bad. I like plus money, +110, +120. But yeah, like -110, like you're just kind of hoping that he's gonna show up and he's gonna look really good. Cause Pogues, like he's not really anything special, but we have seen him defend takedowns. Like he doesn't defend every takedown. It's not easy defending every takedown, but like we've seen him against Peterson, who's probably, I don't know, Peterson and Hamdi. I think they're probably the same. They have the same type of wrestling, but I know Hamdi's got like a higher level wrestling. Like he competed in the Olympics and all that stuff. Like so, honestly, for me, this is a pass. I think the overs are like crazy juiced. It's over 2.5 rounds. So they're expecting this fight to go the distance, and it might be a smart play to bet this fight to go to split or something like that. Again, honestly, that shouldn't how Hamdi should win. You should go out there and like get a finish this time, and maybe build up some hype. Maybe I can see him getting grounded pound finish if he is up to get on top of Pogues. But I think Pogues is pretty tough, man. So I think the books having the over totals at 2.5 rounds. It's crazy to me. Normally, like if you see 2.5 rounds, like on a heavyweight fight, normally you want to bet the under at plus money. But like I'm not even sure, man. This one, I'm not even sure Hamdi's gonna be able to finish him because I don't think Pogues can finish him. This is just gonna be one of the sloppiest fights on the card. I feel like, and I'm just gonna stay away from it. I'm just gonna watch. Hopefully, you guys heard that. Everyone that's on Hamdi, you guys make money on Hamdi. Yeah, for me, it's just pass for me. Um, I mean, he's fighting. He's Egyptian. He's fighting in Saudi Arabia. So like, there's a lot to like on Hamdi's side. You're probably gonna feel more confident if this goes a distance. I mean, Pogues really isn't a finisher, so if you can get takedowns and like probably like win 2 rounds, I could see him winning, but maybe unanimous decision. But I've seen enough from Pogues where like I'm gonna pick him right now, but he's gonna be going over to Saudi Arabia and trying to win over there, so it's not gonna be easy for him. But I'm gonna go with the Pogues here. Let's see what the people are thinking in the chat. What's going on, Lane? You changed your name, Lane? Laylee. What's going on, Lane? Did you get married? Did you miss your marriage or something like that? What's going on? Using my nickname. Okay, that's your nickname. Okay. I was like, well, who the hell is this, Laylee? Yo, what's going on, Larry in the house? Park. We got all the boys in here. Let's go. I Wilkin said I gave Hamdi the game plan to send him to the. I sent him the clips of Poke getting. I'm sure he's watched tape, right? Doesn't he watch tape? I mean, I think like 80% of fighters they watch tape, right? I mean, I think there's like few fighters that like they say they don't watch tape. Like Kevin Holland, he's like I don't watch anyone fight. Um, so like I think like at least 80% fighters watch tape on their opponents, right? Like why wouldn't you like why wouldn't you want to like watch their tape and like see what they where they're good at, where they're bad at? Pokes will handle that L. Okay, we'll see. We'll see, Vulcan. We'll see, man. Hamdi might be that guy, but I'm not really sure, man. I mean, Don Tomei is at the bottom of the barrel, and he was on PEDs and still went to split, bro. Like it's like I honestly like I'd give him more credit if he like finished John Tomei's like if he was able to finish him. But like, bro, even like Nascimento, bro, Nascimento beat Jamal like Don Tomei. He finished him the first time, then he beat him like by unanimous decision, I think. Like if Nascimento can beat you by unanimous decision, bro, like I just can't like wrap my head around like you being like this guy being on all the PDs and stuff like that. He actually got caught like twice using PDs, I think, and still like making the fight as close as it was. I don't know. Like I just can't get I can't get behind someone like that. Yo, what's going on, Great Shirt? There's fighters that don't watch tape; they leave it all to their coaches to do. I think there's like mostly City Kickboxing and even like Justin Gaethje's team. They do that. I think the coaches are the ones that watch tape. Even Javier Mendez. I think Javier Mendez watches a lot of tape, and they have game plans for their fighters. But yo, what did you guys? Who did you guys think won that PFL main event? I mean, Paul Hughes versus um Usman. I mean, I was telling people, bro, like Paul Hughes is pretty good, and people just didn't want to listen. I don't know if he won the fight. Honestly, it was way too close. But like, it was honestly like I'm not even disappointed they gave it to Usman Nurmagomedov. Like, I feel like he did enough just to edge it out by like barely getting takedowns and landing ground and pound. Like, so it wasn't like a bad decision by any means, but like, yeah, it was just I feel like the Dagestani aura is like not completely gone, but it's like almost there, man. It's like people aren't like scared. Like I feel like these fighters now, like even like Rob and like Paul Hughes, like they're pressuring these guys, and they don't like pressure. Like even Usman Nurmagomedov doesn't like pressure. Also, Omar doesn't like pressure either. I mean, like I like bet Usman and cashed. Yeah, I was seeing. I knew if like I should have just bet it. I was like minus 150 like in the fifth round, and I knew like that if it goes to distance, they're probably gonna give it to Usman, and I already knew that. Like you have to expect that right in those places. I mean, all right. So the people are picking Hamdi at 50% and Pogues at 50%. I'm gonna go with Pogues. I think he's probably gonna be able to just fucking touch him up at range and maybe just defend here, take down here and there. But like this is this is just a fight that I don't want to be anywhere near gambling on. But yeah, hopefully everyone that's I think like 90% of the money is in Hamdi here, so like maybe they're hopefully they cash and hopefully you guys cash and make money on Hamdi. Usman fight was fire. Yeah, it was one of the better fights I've seen in Bellator or PFL. Like I don't know, it's PFL now, right? It's not Bellator anymore. It's PFL now. Yeah, it was actually a really good fight. I was Lane. I was betting all day long. Like I got up in the morning like 6 o'clock. I didn't do a live stream. Like I wanted to just like make some money on the card. Now I had a pretty terrible people card, so I had a really good like early morning. I had like half unit on a bevy over Memedov. I'm not sure if you guys ever. I'm sure some of you guys probably watch ONE FC, right? So I got up in the morning, like I had my coffee in the morning. I'm like sitting there. I bet $50 on Bevy. I should have put more money on him because he was fighting an absolute can crusher in Mamedov. I don't know if let me see if I can bring bring up his profile here. This was the guy that yeah, he got fraud checked really badly in ONE FC. So like this was the first fight I bet on. I should have bet more than $50. I only bet $50. This one right here, like I knew this guy was a fraud. Samat Mamedov. If you guys watch this fight, man, this guy basically just tapped out. Like he just gave up. I mean, like, it was one of the craziest things I've seen. This guy just pretty much just give up. I mean, because he's a pretty good hammer, but not really a good nail. And he couldn't like, bro. This guy just like he got taken on, right? Like he got hurt on the feet, and he got taken on. He was like, I had enough. Just get me out of here. Like, that's pretty much what happened. And I'm like pissed off that I didn't put more money on a Bevy because like this guy might be. He's from Kazakhstan, right? That kind of scares me. Kazakhstan fighters like Shafkat and these guys like. It's not easy betting like I don't know. I don't like even like guys like Dagestan, like betting against Dagestan guys, like it's not easy. Like it's I mean, I should have put more money on him because like he was plus 150 like before the fight, and I was like, I don't know, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe this guy really is that good. But yeah, Mamedov, he got fraud checked really badly, and yeah, that was really nice to see from a bevy. Then I put money on Paul Hughes, $50 on Paul Hughes. Nathan Kelly, I bet that Nathan Kelly, and Nathan Kelly almost had him in the first round too. That's crazy that he almost finished in the first round. Then Magomedov came back and finished him later. But yeah, those bets weren't bad. I feel like. Yeah, that was really funny from Mamedov, just kind of just tapping at him. It wasn't even like a submission or anything. He was like Bevy was on top of him, just tapped out. It was really funny to see. Let's get back to the let's get back to the fight. To me, let's talk about the next fight. So this one, like this was another public underdog this week. I feel like um Bogdan taking on Lucas Alexander. Let's do this let's do this poll now. Let me see if I can bring it up. Let's go. So my pick is gonna be Pogues by like a split decision or something like that. I think it's gonna go the distance. Maybe Hamdi like ground and pound like second on him. And there's a chance if he can get on top of him, there's a chance that he can maybe like finish him by ground and pound. But like Downtown Maze, like he got on top of Downtown Maze, but like he wasn't really throwing like the nastiest ground and pound I've seen. Like he can stay on top of people and like just kind of like lay on top of people. So maybe he can lay and prey on Jamal Pogues. Next fight on the card is Bogdan Grad taking on Lucas Alexander. Let's do this poll now. This one should be fun. I feel like Bogdan Grad making his debut. Alexander's already made his debut. Alexander's like, I don't know. I watched tape on this guy. Like he's definitely like UFC level. Like I'm not gonna say he's not UFC level. He definitely is UFC level, but like when you watch tape on this guy, bro, he's getting taken on. Like he's getting controlled on the ground. Like he's getting fucking like he doesn't have any submission defense. He's been finished all 4 times in the first round. Like so there was like so much going on in this match. I feel like, and he missed weight for that previous fight against Jeka Sergey. Bro, people are paroling this guy. Like I don't know if you guys remember. I'm sure you guys remember. Like Alexander was like minus 600 before the fight. I mean, people are like really confident in this guy. And I just stayed away from that fight. I was like, Jeka Sergey, as terrible as he is, he can still clip him. And that's what I was talking about in that previous matchup because like Alexander has a problem where like he leaves a lot of openings on the feet. I mean, his last KO loss was kind of fluky. Like it was a scramble. Like he was getting back up and he got hit with a shot. I mean, like from Jeka Sergey. But the problem is like I'm not like really gonna blame him for getting caught. The problem is like he's not really able to recover, right? Like we've seen Bogdan. He's been dropped before, like he can recover. Like I know he got knocked out by Tom Nolan, but that is what it is. I mean, Nolan hits pretty hard. He's finisher. I don't know. I don't think Alexander is gonna go for the finish here. I think he's gonna just stay at range and play the safe game. Maybe he can hurt him early, but I'm gonna go with Bogdan. I think he's gonna have to like he's gonna have to close the distance obviously, and maybe mix in takedown. I think he can get takedowns on Lucas here. Yo, what's going on, Bob? And now let's go, Bob. Math enjoyer, bro. What the fuck? Why would you name yourself that? I mean, yo, what's going on, Bob? Let's go, Bob, in the house. How you doing, Bob? Yeah, the Bob is back, guys. Where you been, Bob? Where you been, Bob? Where's Pibs? I'm not really sure where Pibs is at. Do you have a single leg that I can nuke? I think Mike Davis is a pretty good play on this card. I like Mike Davis. I know we haven't seen him that often, which is why like he's not minus. He's only like minus 130 right now because people haven't seen him fight that much. I mean, but he's actually pretty good. Yeah, this fight I'm gonna go with Bogdangrad. I think he's probably gonna get wobbled early. I could see Alexander maybe dropping him with the body kick or something like that. Maybe like high kick, he wobbles him early. Then I think Bogdangrad like he's more scrappy. I feel like than Alexander. Like Alexander needs this fight to stay like kind of clean and technical, whereas Bogdangrad can throw a ton of volume. He threw, bro, like people keep blaming him for going to a split decision over Michael Aswell, but I feel like most people aren't really aware of who Michael Aswell is. I mean, he's not really the most exciting prospect out there, but like he's actually pretty good. He's durable. He's a really good boxer. Really good. Has really good boxing. I mean, striking defense, and he's got good cardio. Like, and Alexander probably has good enough cardio. He's training over there with Fusion XL. But I think he's training with Mike Davis, right? Isn't Mike Davis training with at Fusion XL or like I think he trains at Fusion XL, doesn't he? Mike Davis. Yeah, he does train at Fusion XL. So they're both training together at the same gym. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bogdangrad. Minus 110, I don't think it's the worst play. Under 2.5 rounds, I think fight doesn't go distance is the play here. It's minus 150. I mean, like, is there a chance that it goes a distance? I don't think so. I think they're both so chaotic, and I think one of these guys is gonna go to sleep. And I could see Alexander maybe catching him early, like Nolan was able to do, maybe. But I think more than likely, Grad is gonna be able to finish him later. I'm gonna go with Grad here by finish. That's gonna be my pick for this one. Let's see who the people are picking. Grad at 75%. Grad, like the problem with Grad is like he makes mistakes. I mean, he's pretty hittable. Like he's not like doesn't have the best striking defense. So like he's gonna be getting touched up at range. I mean, I think he's gonna eat some leg kicks and stuff like that. But I think he's gonna return fire. Grad definitely more of a dog. His striking defense is pretty shit though. Alexander has like he's probably cleaner. Like I think when you watch him fight, he's definitely cleaner. Like his technique's better, but doesn't mean he's gonna win 100% just because technique's better. Yeah, Azul is actually like pretty good. I mean, Swelling landed like he does have like he's kind of built like Marab. He's kind of built like Marab. He's short and stocky. Like actually, he's not that short. He's 5'8", but like, he kind of looks like short and stocky. I like his grappling. I think his cardio grappling is gonna be the difference here. And I don't think Lucas is gonna like go for submission off his back or anything like that. But yeah, Lucas Alexander, his win over, bro, he has one win over this guy, Steven Peterson, who retired like right after that fight. And he did drop him in that fight. He did drop him, and he just kind of picked him apart at range. I just don't think Bogdangrad is the type of guy that's gonna let him just stay at range and just pick him apart. I think he's gonna pressure him, and he's gonna have chances where he's gonna be able to catch him. If Jekka Sergey can catch him, man, like I think there's a chance that Bogdangrad is way better than fucking Jekka Sergey. Jekka Sergey is like, I mean, even though it was kind of fluky, I mean, I'll give him that. It was kind of fluky. Maybe Alexander would have won that fight if it went past the first round. It probably would have. But still, like him getting finished this many times is never a good sign. Like it's not even like he's been in the UFC for like the past like I don't know 5 years and he's getting finished here and there. Like that'd be okay, right? Getting finished in your like when you're taking a jump up in opponents. I mean, I'm not gonna blame him for like losing to Anderson Brito. Even in this fight, if you go watch this fight, guys, like he was getting taken on by Ty fucking Johnson. I mean, Ty Johnson is a grappler, but like doesn't really have the best wrestling. And I do feel like Bogdangrad has better wrestling than Ty Johnson. And he was getting taken on, like he was getting giving up his back and all that. Like he makes a lot of mistakes, man. Like, and I haven't seen him fix his holds. So and he missed weight for that last fight too. So I'm not sure. He's probably training hard. I mean, this is probably win or go home. Because you don't want to be 1-3 in the UFC, right? Like, so this is probably like a win or go home for Alexander. Because I don't see the UFC keeping him around anymore if he doesn't win this fight. I'm gonna go with Grad by like a second on submission or like KO. I think submission is probably more likely than a KO. Larry said Grad and Pavlovich may be the trap of the nights. Not gonna lie, might stay away from those. Yeah, Pavlovich, it's definitely tough getting to Pavlovich at minus 300. Like. Against anyone that can kickbox pretty well, has really good footwork and like has really good cardio. But yeah, if you're betting Palwich, you're basically like hoping he gets him out of there early. Even if he doesn't get him out of there early, I can still see him landing the better shots over time. But gets more predictable as the fight goes on. I think Gaziv could be a trap, Larry. And if that wasn't in Saudi Arabia, I'd be like, okay, that might be a trap. But that fight being in Saudi Arabia, I think that favors him. I mean, it's 3 rounds, it's not 5 rounds, and Peterson is at the bottom of the barrel. I mean, but maybe he was gonna look better, right? He looked kind of better in that Usman fight. But like, what was Usman even doing? Usman wasn't really even trying to win that fight. He didn't shoot any takedowns in that fight. Like, so I don't know. Like I don't even know what Usman's game plan was. Usman is pretty terrible. Muhammad Usman is pretty terrible. I don't think he's fucking any good, bro. Like I remember him like if he got like I don't know how many takedowns he got on Tafa, right? When he fought Tafa, I think Muhammad Usman a while ago, like a couple of years ago. I think he fought Tafa. Like he has I don't know. He's probably one of the worst fighters when it comes to fight IQ. Muhammad Usman right now. There's like a lot of worse fighters at heavyweight right now. And Usman's in there for sure. I'm gonna go with Grad, guys. I think he's. I just like his durability, and I think he's more scrappy. And like, there's a chance that he could just get nuked early, like in the first round, with maybe a kick or something like that. Because Alexander has really good body kicks and deep kicks to the body. He's definitely got more variety of strikes. I mean, at range. But yeah, he's got UFC experience, so like Brad is making his UFC debut. So I think the even money -110 makes a lot of sense right now. Yeah, Grad at -200 like doesn't make any sense. So him being -110 makes more sense. I think it should be like -140, -130 because durability, cardio, I favor Grad. But let's see how that one plays out. Next fight on the card, Jasmine Jaswisi is taking on Marbo and Silva. Man, this one's gonna be. I'm not really sure this is as easy as people think for Jasmine Jaswisi, but let's do this poll. So people are picking Grad in the last one. Yeah, I'm gonna go with. I agree with you guys. Yo, let's go. We got Nate Brown with the gift membership. I appreciate that, Nate Brown. Let's go. Let's talk about the next fight now. Jasmine versus Silva. I was actually like really tempted to pick Silva, and I'm actually get. I think this is a dogger pass. Honestly, like I think this is a dogger pass betting wise. Because Mario Bruno Silva, like as terrible as our cardio is, like he's a pretty good striker. I mean, I think striking is actually a lot cleaner than Jasmine Jaswisi's, but Jasmine can just wear you down with the pressure and the cardio. Like that's where the difference. Her striking is like Marab. I think it's like really similar to Marab. Her style is like really similar to Marab. And he wants to do what Marab does, right? Like walk you down and eat a couple of shots, trying to close the distance, and they'll like get in your quick cage push you, make you work, defend takedowns, and like you get tired. Like your strikes don't have a lot of like pop on them anymore. That's what I feel like this one could happen. That's what I feel like that's what could happen here. I mean, what am I saying? That's what I feel like could happen here. Bro, Meyer bonus still on +190. Like, isn't that crazy? Like, she's moving down to 125 here. And maybe she's gonna have a tough weight cut. They're both like over 30 years old. I mean, Marbo and Silva's 33 years old, so like the age isn't that much difference. But what swayed me for Jasmine, like picking her, the reason I'm gonna pick her because she's gone to Thailand for the past 6 months. She's been training in Thailand at Tiger Muay Thai, I think. So she's been working on her striking her whole game. I feel like at this point, man, like I feel like Jasmine is like I've seen more like if this fight like turns into a dog fight, I feel like Jasmine is gonna be able to like push through more and maybe get a takedown at the end of the run because if she doesn't get takedowns early, she's still gonna stick to the game plan. On the feet, I feel like her striking isn't as clean as Mara Silva. Like Mara Silva is like way cleaner. If you watch her strikes are like a lot more technical. But I think Jasmine can make this a dog fight. So I'm actually gonna go with Jasmine here, but like I can't bet better at -220. Like paroling her up, like it's just not something I can do. It's way too wide for me. Yeah, I can't parlay Jasmine -220. Silva, you think Silva's a lock? Marabun Silva? I don't know. I wouldn't say she's a lock. I mean, she can win this fight, but like even against Holly Holm, I picked her by submission there as underdog, and she was getting kind of controlled in the clinch, getting out striker range. So like, So he kind of needed that submission to get her that win there. Um, yeah, even against like Pennington, so he wins the first round against Pennington. So he wins the first round against Macy Chiasson. Um, and like the second on, so he just looks like a different fighter. Like so her game plan, like it just kind of falls off of the first round. Like even the wins he has, like look at her win. Let's look at her wins. Vinci isn't finishing people like Stephanie Egger. Like I guess submitting her by submission is impressive. Like Yanan Wu by decision. I mean she's horrible. All her decision wins in the UFC are like worse, really bad. And like she's gonna have to finish Jasmine, I feel like, to win this one. Submitting like Jillian Robertson. I mean that's probably her best win, Jillian Robertson. Yeah, I'm gonna go Jasmine. I think her brawling style is gonna work. After the first round, the first round's gonna be close. I feel like, and it's gonna. I think she's gonna take over later. So I'm gonna go Jasmine. I think I've seen more from her recently, and I think Jasmine's gonna win. But just betting favorites like -220 and women's MMA is never the right side. I mean, is this the first WMA fight in Saudi Arabia? I think it is, right? I think we had one in PFL like a month ago or like 2 months ago in Dubai, or was that Dubai? I think we had one in PFL, right? WMA fight in PFL recently, but this is probably the first time UFC's they have a women's MMA fight on the card in Saudi Arabia. So let's see how it goes. I mean, they're both one's from Brazil, one's from Canada, so there's not gonna be any time no hometown cooking in Saudi Arabia for this one. I think the plus 2.5 and Mara Bonusova is the play, guys. I might get on that, honestly, like plus 2.5, because I don't think Jasmine is finishing her. I know she's finished Lipsky and she finished Cachoeira. They're terrible. I mean, Cachoeira is terrible. Lipsky is terrible. I mean, Fatima Klein is actually pretty durable, and I think Bonusova is going to be durable enough to go the distance here. And I think it's gonna be 29-28 Jasmine, and plus 2.5 on Mara Bonusova -110 isn't the worst play. I'd probably maybe I get on that because I think she can win a round. I don't think she's losing at 30-27. Because I do see her defending takedowns early, winning the first round, landing the better shots. Because Jasmine loses the first round mostly. A lot of times, if you watch her, like if you against Lipsky, she lost the first round against Lipsky, I think. Yeah, she lost the first round against Lipsky. She got a takedown. It wasn't enough at the end of the first round. So honestly, like I think Mara Bonusova plus 2.5 is the play here for me. If I get there, I'm not sure if I'll get there yet. Next fight on the card is Terrence McKinney versus Demir Hazovic. McKinney, guys, McKinney. Who's trusting McKinney with their money? Yo, let's go, Bob. We got a super chat from the Bob. Pick him using YouTube Cloud to up his body con. Yeah, that's the way that you got to do it, bro. That's why you should make a YouTube channel, Bob. You know who's a lock? Hamdi Abdul Wahab. Yeah, bro. That's Volkan's boy right there. Do you like the over for the fight, or is it really risky? Which fight? You mean Hamdi fight, or which one? Or this one? You mean this one? I wouldn't play the over in a McKinney fight. I mean, that's for sure. The under 1.5 rounds is like -1, -225. Normally it goes under. I don't think McKinney's ever gone over 1.5 rounds in the UFC. I don't think he's ever gone over 1.5 rounds in the UFC. He was close to going over 1.5 rounds in that Sadid Nazim Sadika fight, but like it was he got finished like right under 1.5 rounds. I had the first round finished on McKinney by first round submission. He almost had the submission in the first round, then he just I knew after the first round that he was gonna be done. I knew it. I fucking knew it, bro. Like he's gone out there and like try to wrestle some people. Like he wasn't trying to wrestle Iribuix, but he really didn't have a chance in that fight. Like Iribuix just knocked him out. I had Iribuix second on KO at like plus 450, but like he knocked him out in the first round. I was kind of sad that like he got chin checked so early because I was waiting for the second on because the payout was much better second on KO for Iribuix. Yeah, that was kind of disappointing there. Yeah, this matchup, I think the UFC is like they're giving him a freebie here, pretty much. This should be a freebie for McKinney, but like honestly, like betting wise, man, like there's value in Hazovic. I feel like if the line gets stupid, I mean, like I think there's value in Hazovic. Maybe put like $35, $30 in Hazovic to win at money line. It wouldn't be the worst play ever. I don't think I can get there. The guy hasn't fought in 2.5 years. I mean, but Honestly, like at this point, Dagger Pass, I can't get there, McKinney. I can't parlay this guy. I can't trust this guy. Even though he's been getting finished by people that have like are in their prime and they have finishing ability, right? Or Nazim Sadikov is like 30 years old or something like that. He's in his prime. And then Bonfim's like 30 or something like that. But Bix is 30. Like no one's like people that he's supposed to beat. I mean, he's beating those people, right? Dudober, he almost finished in the first round. Like all these fights, he could be like this guy could be like what, like 22-0 right now. McKinney could be 22-0 right now. Like he could be 22-0. I'm not even kidding. Like this guy should be 22-0 in the first. If all the fights were first, only 1 round fights. I mean 5-minute fights. He'd be McKinney would be 22-0 right now. He'd be the champion right now. Yeah. Gotta have balls to parlay McKinney. I think he's gonna make this look pretty easy, but like still, man, I just can't like. Minus 400, like imagine he goes out there like he's beating the brakes of Hazwick, and Hazwick he's just tough enough to survive the first round and the second round, like, and he's gonna look like a different fight in the second round. I'm still gonna pick McKinney here. McKinney should be able to win. I don't think Demir has the speed or like the accuracy and the striking, and his wrestling honestly isn't good enough. I didn't go back and watch his last fight. If you go, I mean, good. I mean, you guys are like, I don't know, like, good luck if you guys are gonna go back and watch that last fight or Demir Hazwick. Honestly, like one of the worst fights I've seen. Like he got 26, and I don't think like what was his name? Dick Casey, Mark Dick Casey. He didn't throw any ground and pound in that fight. It was just all control. Like you're getting controlled for like what was it, like 15 minutes of that fight, like 14 minutes or 14 minutes 50 seconds, probably like all 15 minutes. I mean, and he just couldn't like get up and like. And I think McKinney by submission first round, that should be the play. I hope he's smart, and he I hope he's smart and he goes out there like and then takes this guy down and or submits him, because I think he's gonna be live for a first round submission. Submission is the play, I think. First round submission, I don't hate the play, honestly. Like he's normally like when he's coming off a knockout loss, he'll go out there and wrestle. Like we've seen that like against Nazim Sadikar, right? Like he's coming off that flying knee to Ismail Bonfim. Then he went into the next fight and he wrestled right away. Like so he's kind of, I feel like he's probably gonna look to do that here. Even though Demir, he might get knocked out early, because I don't think he's gonna respect Demir's power early. But if Demir can catch him and get some respect, maybe McKinney can shoot a takedown and submit him. Let's do a poll. Let's see who the people are picking. Are you guys Dagger Pass? I mean, let's see how this one goes. I mean, or am I? Oh man, Terrence McKinney. This should be McKinney though. All right, let's see if I can do a poll here. So you guys are picking Jasmine. Jasmine is at 60%. All right, McKinney versus Demir. The only reason they're bringing back Demir, I mean, this is probably the last fight on his UFC contract, because I don't think the UFC is gonna keep him around. So this is like the UFC like probably telling him like if you win this fight, we'll renew your contract. If you lose this fight, you're gonna get cut. So that's probably what's happening here. McKinney first round submission. I mean, I don't know what the prop is. Let me see. What is that even at? Under 1.5 rounds. He's never gone over 1.5 rounds. I mean, so I think that should be a good parlay piece, like under 1.5 rounds. But my only worry is like if McKinney doesn't finish him in the first round, like I'm not sure if Demir has the speed or like the powers to like put him away. He might be too tired. I've seen McKinney just kind of like go to his back and just kind of like give up before. I've seen that before from McKinney, so I could just see that happening too. Ikram, I don't think he has a replacement. Grimy. I don't think they had. That fight's been canceled. I think for a while. I mean, under 1.5 rounds, McKinney by submission. What's that? Plus 100. Honestly, I think the submission call is the play here. But like, you're gonna have to like, hold your breath that he doesn't knock him out early. Demir is pretty tough, bro. He can get hurt on the feet, then you can like, I could see like a club and sub situation here from McKinney. McKinney first round submission. Plus 150. Fuck, bro. Like they're not giving you anything on this fight. Holy shit, I'm not playing that. I'm not playing fucking plus 150 first round. You like maybe submission plus 100 might be the play, but under 1.5 probably better overall. Even though you're not getting plus money, like, what if he knocks him out early? Like, he puts him out with a knee or something like that, knocks him out cold. I don't know, I might just pass on this one. And the books are, like, not really giving anything here. Demir Hazwick, plus 3.5, plus 300. Can he survive the first round? Because if he survives the first round, I think Hazwick's gonna win at least one round. Because I don't see him, like, getting finished later after the first round and a half. If he's gonna get finished, it's gonna be early. Yeah, I'm just gonna, I don't know. Submission, I'll hold a submission for McKinney. I think he can get a submission on Hazwick. Because Hazwick, like he gives up his back pretty easy, and he doesn't have any taking defense. McKinney first on submission. That's my pick on that one. Next fight on the card, our favorite blob of the at heavyweight right now, Samil Gaziev taking on Thomas Peterson, the Train. Thomas Peterson, the Train. This guy's LFA champion, I think, or did he lose? I think he lost to, or no, I think he is LFA heavyweight champion, right? Or he was at one point, and then he lost the belt to the Cuban guy. What's his name? Not Cuban. I mean, where's he from? Salsa boy, Dominican Republic. Waldo Cortez Acosta. He was actually like beating Costa up early, like taking him down, and he just got lit up on the feet and got knocked out in the third round, I think it was. Let's do a poll for this one. Gaziev. I mean, this is a pretty good matchup for him. Peterson versus Gaziev. Gaziev, I think he's kind of overrated. I honestly do think Gaziev is overrated. I don't think he has a lot of knockdown power. Like, I haven't seen a lot of like big knockdown power from Gaziev. Like, even against Boudet, I mean, Boudet has a pretty big head on him. So like, I don't know, maybe just you can't drop Boudet like that. Boudet can eat a big shot. Couldn't drop Boudet. I don't even know if he dropped the guy on Dana White Contender Series. And he got taken on Dana White Contender Series by Greg Velasco, who's pretty horrible. We had him over Boudet. I mean, we had him by finish only at plus 140, I think, or plus 135, and we had him money line at plus 150. Like, we got him. We were all over Boudet. I mean, we were all over Gaziev there over Boudet. Then I just passed on that fight against the Road Strike. I knew it was gonna be a tough matchup because if he doesn't get takedowns, he got a takedown in the first round over Road Strike, and he just couldn't get takedowns in the second round. And he got a takedown at the end of the first round. So like, I don't know, was that enough to win in the first round? I think it probably was. I'm not sure if the judges gave him the first round, but the second round he just couldn't like figure out Road Strike. Road Strike is pretty hard to find. Like, he's got really good footwork, and he can pump you with the jab over and over as you're trying to close the distance. And I don't think Peterson has the ability to do that. Like, he's got okay striking, mid striking, but I don't think he's gonna be able to like touch him up like Road Strike was able to do. Kazi went out there and he beat was that in Abu Dhabi? I think that was in Abu Dhabi, right? His last fight in Abu Dhabi. What was it? Who was it? Who's the guy that he fought? Don Tomez, yeah, D1 Don Tomez. Bro, like, they're giving him Thomas Peterson. I mean, he should run through Thomas Peterson. I mean, but Thomas Peterson isn't as horrible as people think. I don't think he's gonna get taken on here. I think Peterson's grappling is good enough where he's gonna just keep this fight on the feet. I think Gaziev is just gonna have the better moments of on the feet, I feel like, and if he can take him down, maybe he can like throw some ground and pound and like lay on top of him, land some damage. I mean, do some damage, maybe go for a submission, but I don't see that happening. I'm gonna say Gaziev wins. I think Gaziev is gonna win, and he's gonna win by. Can he finish him on the ground like standing TKO? I don't know. I don't know if I see a standing TKO here. Bro, who the hell is this guy, Matt Enjoyer, bro? Why would you name yourself Matt Enjoyer? Let's face it, Gaziev has a very low ceiling. Yeah, I mean, he's good enough to be. Is he ranked right now? Is he ranked right now? He's actually fucking ranked right now. Holy shit. That's crazy. I mean, it's not as crazy. I mean, that is pretty crazy. He's like beating Boudet, bro. Beating Boudet and fucking Tonto May shouldn't get you ranked at any weight class. I mean, holy shit. That just goes to show how terrible heavyweight. I mean, at the tail end is the fact that beating Boudet and like beating fucking Don Tome's by this doesn't get you ranked. Yeah, this should be Gaziev. I mean, I don't think. I mean, is it worth paroling him at minus 350, minus 400? I feel like there's a chance that someone could go the distance. I don't think Gaziev's gonna get easy takedowns on him. So like, On the feet, I do favor Gaziev. I don't know, man. The line seems kind of like. I mean, it's not as crazy thinking back on. He was favored over Rosenstrike, right? He was favored to go out there and beat Rosenstrike. So like he was like minus 160 over Rosenstrike. Him being favored makes sense over Peterson. The train. Peterson was getting outstruck by Jamal Pogues. I mean, and I think Gaziev has a little bit more power than fucking what's his name Pogues, and he really couldn't get his wrestling going. He's pretty slow. I think Gaziev should be able to beat him, and he's gonna be a lot bigger than Peterson. So Gaziev should be the pick here. Next fight on the card is Mohamed Naimov taking on Khan Ofli. Man, Khan Ofli he got a UFC contract after getting knocked out on the Ultimate Finale. I mean, this is probably the UFC just giving him this match, giving Naimov this match. I mean, that's what I feel like is happening here. But let's see. Baby Sharp, what's going on, Baby Sharp in the house? Let's go. Don't trust Gaziev, Tai said. I mean, I haven't bet it yet. I feel like the line is kind of getting crazy now, like minus 400 for a heavyweight fight that probably goes longer. If you had the wrestling, like maybe you can probably still get a takedown over him. I feel like you can take him down at least once. I'm not sure if he's gonna like finish him right away. Because I remember him taking on Don Tomaze, who's okay wrestler. I mean, he trains with John Jones and all that, so maybe not finishing Don Tomaze isn't the worst look ever. But I remember he was supposed to finish Don Tomaze. Why is everyone pulling out? I mean, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what's going on. All right, let's talk about the next fight. Next fight on the card is Khan Ofli versus the Hillman Naimov. Khan Ofli, so like him beating Nathan Fletcher, like basically put him on the map. That's where he got all this hype from. I remember people picking him over Myron Santos. I remember a lot of people are Myron Santos in that one. I mean, not a lot of people are Myron Santos. A lot of people are Khan Ofli, and I really didn't understand why, honestly. Because Myron Santos is a way better striker, and he had trouble. I mean, he lost to like Argueta in the past. Like he got out wrestled in LFA. Like, and people are like just. I've noticed that MMA, man. People like they see you getting taken down like a while ago, and they just can't move past that. I feel even I do that sometimes. I feel like I don't give like fighters like that second chance. I mean, I just kind of like I've done that so much in the past, like where I just gotta like you gotta look at it like they're gonna improve, they're gonna get better the more we see them out there. Now I've done that too with people with fighters before. Useless to pick him. I think Oki got scared. He probably peed his pants. Abdul would have destroyed him, bro. Abdul fucking can't destroy anyone. I mean, he probably would have beat him by decision, honestly. Maybe. I mean, but Oki. I mean, I don't know what the problem was. He looked like he was prepared. Yeah, Oki's like still kind of green. He's still putting it all together. That's why, like, I just didn't bet him even at like minus 110. I could have bet him at minus 110. I kept thinking back to that Duncan fight and like other fights that he's had where he makes a lot of mistakes. And against Timothy Kwamba, like he's getting taken on Timothy Kwamba, like was a striker, not really and he's a 145 right. So like, even though I think Oki would have probably had a chance to knock him out, and the knockout was like plus 200. I was gonna bet the knockout, like maybe half on the knockout would have been a pretty good play because I think he would have had a chance to knock him out. But yeah, that fight's I don't know. I'm not sure if they're gonna rebook that fight because that wasn't a real matchup. I think Oki was a short notice, right, for Oswati, or wasn't he? Let me see. Yeah, Oswati was supposed to fight Jordan Levitt, I think. So yeah, he was gonna beat Jordan Levitt pretty easy there. Let's talk about this fight. So hopefully he's taking on Naimov, guys. I think this is a pretty straightforward matchup for Naimov. The UFC's made this matchup for a reason. They're giving him someone that's not really gonna be a better striker than him. And let's do a poll. I want to do a poll. I want to see what you guys think on this one. Hopefully he's like not horrible. I've watched tape on this guy in Regional MMA. It's not terrible, but like just stylistically, this is just gonna be a bad matchup for him. I feel like I don't think he's just gonna get destroyed. But like he's gonna just get outstruck at range, I feel like, and he's not gonna be strong enough to get takedowns on Naimov or like hold him down. But Naimov like isn't as good as people feel. I feel like, but he's gonna be good enough to beat on. Hopefully, I think Naimov isn't the worst parlay piece on this card. Honestly, like stylistically, he should be able to win this fight like 8 out of 10 times, probably even more than that. Because I don't think hopefully he's gonna knock him out. He's gonna have to like get a takedown, takes back, and like submit him. I mean, we've seen that Felipe Lima do that, but Felipe Lima is on another level right now. Like his fight with Miles Jones wasn't even close. We've seen him just go out there and destroy people. I mean, I'm not really blaming him losing to Mario Santos. I think Mario Santos is pretty good. He's gonna be a good prospect in the UFC at 135. He's a 135 or is he 145? Where was that fight? Was that 145 or 135? That was 145. Why did I think Mario Santos was a bantamweight? Like what? I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Hopefully, it just seems like he should be fighting at 135, not 145. Bro, I read like 145, and I'm like 5'11", bro. Like or like 145. Yeah, this guy like he's 5'6", 5'7". He could probably fight at bantamweight. I think he should be fighting at bantamweight where he could probably have more success taking people down and holding people down. So I want to see Nathan Fletcher. Did you fight him at 145 or was that 135? That's 145. Okay. Him like taking like out controlling Nathan Fletcher. That's pretty impressive. Like, but Nathan Fletcher really isn't like as big for the weight class, and he has trouble like. I mean, he's not really known for his striking, mostly known for his grappling. I mean, well, that's actually not a bad win on his record. I'm gonna go with Naimov. I think Naimov just has more experience and he's fought the better opponents in the UFC. And he can probably just grab his gloves, poke him in the eye, do whatever he wants out there in Saudi Arabia. Like I think he's gonna be able to just do whatever he wants over there. The referee's not gonna care about anything. That's the way it is in Saudi Arabia with these fighters. Hopefully, could wrestle Naimov though if he mixes it up. Well, he's got good pressure early. He's like too much of a one-trick pony for me, like because I think Naimov already knows what his game plan is. He already knows he's gonna like take him down. And it's not gonna mix it up with the striking. I don't think he's gonna like strike with him and then mix up the takedowns. That's not the way he does it. Really, like, he's gonna just like he goes forward and like and he shoots takedowns. I mean, on people like and like he just kind of telegraphs his takedowns. If you watch him against Marin Santos, he's telegraphing that takedowns too. And I think Naimov's gonna be able to hit him with some counters and maybe hurt him, maybe finish him. But I'm gonna go with Naimov here. Next fight on the card, first GM taking on Mike Davis. This is probably the favorite underdog of the people's underdog of the week. I mean, first GM, not a bad underdog if you ask me, but I'm not on the same side as everyone else on this one. Let's go. Let me do this poll now. So this one should be fun. I feel like this should be a fun matchup. People have Naimov at 70% in the poll in the last fight. This one's gonna be fun, man. GM versus Davis. So I'm gonna go with Mike Davis, guys. The reason I'm gonna go with Mike Davis, I watched all of his last few fights. I mean, he doesn't fight that often. He's only fighting like once a year, and he's made it pretty clear why he doesn't fight that often. He doesn't enjoy fighting, and like I think he's being honest. I mean, a lot of fighters don't go out there and say that they don't like fighting. I mean, but Davis is pretty honest about it. And but when he's in there, man, he's like he doesn't enjoy fighting. But when he's in that octagon, bro, this guy is a problem. Like he has a chin like no one else I've seen. Like, bro, like him. If you guys watch his fight with Sadiq Yusuf, bro, like Sadiq Yusuf was hitting with some big fucking bombs, and like they're just trading in the pocket. Like no defense at all. They didn't care about the defense. I mean, like him and like Mason Jones, like. That was a war, man. Mason Jones and him like was a war. I mean, I do think First GM has a better striking, like clean. He's a better, cleaner striker than a lot of those guys. Mason Jones is a boxer mostly. He can grapple somewhat. I mean, Borishev. I mean, what's his name? Borishev. Yeah, we just saw Borishev was a striker mostly, and he can't really wrestle. Obviously, we know that much. Nathan Levy is a okay grappler, but not really known for striking at all. So yeah, there's definitely like I get all the people on first GM. I mean, I honestly I get it. Like there's a role that like GM can defend takedowns and he can just like get ahead on the volume. But I still think Davis can land a better shot. I think Davis has more power and he's more physical. He is kind of plotty though. Like if you watch him fight, he's kind of plotty. He is kind of predictable as he's going forward. but he's got good sneaky power, and he's got knockdowns in the UFC, and he's got really good wrestling, and he's got really good durability. I'm not sure if he's gonna get a submission here, but I'm gonna go with Mike Davis. I'm gonna go with Mike Davis to win, and I think he can do this one. I think he can get this one by just mixing up the takedowns, and it's gonna be 29-28. But I'm gonna go Mike Davis. I think he's gonna have a pretty good fight here. Let me know who you guys have in the. You guys are going Mike Davis too, eh? I'm kind of shocked, honestly. Like I thought it was gonna be. I think most people. I thought it was gonna be most chat was gonna be on first GM here. The line's actually like closing in now. Like the line's gone back and forth. So I'm still like I have Davis, right? I have Davis money line, so like it's my only bet on this card. I'm still thinking if I want to like hedge GM by like decision, like I might do that maybe, but like I want to see how the weigh-ins look. I want to see what kind of shape Mike Davis is in because he's injured. I just found out that he's injured. He's had a neck injury or something like that. So there's definitely a lot going on here. If GM wins, he's not finishing Davis. I can tell you guys right now, he's not. I know he finished Frowola, who's a glass cannon. I mean, Frowola has always been really chinny. If you've been watching Mike Davis, man, this like I know Gilbert Burns finished him, but like it was a submission. Like that was his UFC debut, short notice debut, by the way, 5 years ago. And if he was more active, I think he'd be already be close in the top 20, top 15 right now. And now he's fighting like he's already coming back like 10 months after, so I think this is good for him. Normally he fights like once a year, like once every 2 years. He's 32 years old, I mean, so like we already know where we're gonna get with Mike Davis. He's not gonna like add in anything new to his game, I feel like at this point. I'm gonna go with Mike Davis here. Money line, that's the play. Next fight on the card is Said Nurmagomedov versus Vinicius Oliveira. I'm honestly like really curious to see who you guys have in this one. This one should be a fun matchup for sure. I'm probably just gonna stay away from this one, like betting wise, because this is gonna be a crazy, chaotic fight, and just want to enjoy this fight, right? Those fights that you just want to enjoy. Larry said Frowola is washed. I wouldn't say he's washed, but like he's just a brawler, man. Like Frowola doesn't have much technique. I feel like he just swings overhand rights and left hooks, bro. Like that's all he fucking does, and he'll like wrestle sometimes. I mean, he doesn't have like a game plan that he comes in to fights with. I mean. And Frowola has always been chin. He's been knocked out like I don't know how many times he's been knocked. He's been knocked out like more than 5 times now, I think, Frowola. I've seen Mike Davis drop before. He got dropped by Sadiq Youssef at 145. But Sadiq Youssef has crazy power. We've seen Sadiq Youssef hurt a lot of people in the first round early. And he was still able to recover and like still walk Sadiq Youssef down, land big bombs on Sadiq Youssef. But Sadiq Youssef won that fight pretty much by landing the better shot at range, which could be the case here. But I think Davis' striking has actually been getting better. Yeah, Frollo's been KO'd like 4 times. 4 times in the UFC. So that's never a good sign. He got knocked out by Polo fucking Reyes, man. Like if Polo Reyes can knock you out, I mean so can fucking GM. I mean, and it was a knee. It wasn't like a punch or anything like that. So I don't think GM's gonna hurt him with a punch. I just saw, yeah, bro, his brother. You know his brother's fighting. I was watching tape on his brother, bro. His brother's an absolute fucking beast, man. Delatov. I'll see if I can bring him up here. If you guys, yeah, his Delatov, he's fighting Fugate, but that fight's canceled, man. I was gonna parlay with the Duplessis, but that fight's already fucking canceled. That sucks. His brother's actually fighting. He's got a brother too, Delatov. Let me see. He's fighting in an octagon, I think, next week. This week. Let me see if I can bring it up here. I was gonna bet him, but he's way too big of a fucking favorite to bet him. It's like it's not even worth parlaying him. Well, it was an octagon. Let me see if I can bring it up here. His brother is like just as tall as him, and he's got really good striking too. He's dangerous, and he doesn't have a lot of experience, so he's kind of building up his record now. Why can't I find it here? Octagon. Come on. Am I blind? Oh, come on. Major organizations. Okay, there it is. I think his brother's still fighting on the card. Yeah, this guy. Tamerlan Dolatov. Bro, he's gonna destroy this guy. I don't even know who this guy is, honestly. I'm not even sure who this guy is. But he's probably gonna destroy him. This one's gonna be I wanna see how he looks in his debut in Octagon, but like he's gonna win that fight. He's like minus 800. Yeah, he's gonna win that fight. I'm actually like I'm gonna watch that. It's just to see how he looks in his debut. I mean, this card isn't terrible. It's on Saturday though. Same. It's gonna be the same time as UFC, so probably not gonna be able to watch the whole card for me. But let's get back to the UFC. Let me do this poll. I want to see who you guys have in this one. So the polls are picking Davis at 71%, and the last one. Guys, do me a favor and please subscribe and like the stream. I'm trying to get to the EK subscribers soon. Yeah, let's do this poll. So Nurmagomedov. I mean, he's not. It doesn't have anything to do with Habib. I mean, like they're not related or anything like that. Nurmago Oliveira. Bro, this one's like, you guys know, like this one's gonna be tricky, man, because I think Nurmagomedov is pretty good, but when you pressure him, like there's a way that Oliveira can pressure him here, and like, but it's gonna be tough, man, because Nurmagomedov, like when you pressure him, he'll like create a scramble, and like when you're in the scramble, that's where he'll like grab your fucking neck and take it home with him. So like that's gonna be the tricky part here for Oliveira, because like he shouldn't shoot takedowns in the here. He shouldn't grapple at all. If Nurmagomedov clinches him, he should just avoid it. But I feel like Oliveira is the type of guy that's gonna engage in the grappling. He just has I feel like Oliveira has some ego on him, and he's gonna grapple with Nurmagomedov. Even the striking, I think Nurmagomedov is cleaner, much cleaner technique, much quicker. I think he's gonna have the speed advantage here. Oliveira is like, his striking isn't as technical, but he knows how to land shots. And he'll throw like different stuff at you. Like he'll throw a standing hammer fist, like spinning wheel kick to the body, and like he throws a lot of variety. Whereas like Nurmagomedov has really good kicks. He was mostly kick heavy, then like he doesn't throw a lot of punches, but like he relies on spinning back fist and like spinning wheel kicks and like high kicks and question mark kicks and stuff like that. Really similar to Usman Nurmagomedov. And he's been in UFC for like, he's got over 10 fights in UFC. Taking a couple of losses. I mean, I don't think he lost Jonathan Martinez. You go back and I watched that fight last night, and I don't think he lost that matchup. He won the first round. Nurmagomedov won the third round. Martinez had a submission attempt in the third round, but it wasn't really anywhere close. Nurmagomedov had like 3 takedowns in the third round, control like 4 minutes, like 3 minutes of control. So I'm really not sure how Nurmagomedov lost the fight. Honestly, it should have been 28-28 unanimous for Nurmagomedov. I'm not even like trying to be biased. I was trying to go back and really score the fight properly, and I had it for Nurmagomedov 29-28. Martinez, I mean, it was in the States, so like I guess they gave it to Martinez there. But yeah, I give Moon Gafra, like Moon Gafra was pressuring him, like, so you can pressure this guy, man. Like that's where people make mistakes when they pressure him, and then they they make a mistake, they leave their neck out there. And Moon Gafra, like we've seen Moon Gafra is pretty good, man. He's pretty well rounded. Never been finished before. Nurmagomedov finished him. We cast on the submission there, plus 250. That was crazy. Nurmagomedov, easy submission I've ever cast in the UFC. And I honestly think he can submit this guy, man. I honestly think Vinicius Oliveira, like he might go to sleep. He's not really the type of guy that's gonna tap out. So maybe you can fight through submissions. I mean, like I've seen people like fight through submissions before, like even like Isai Yokub Kakramanov. Bro, this guy had him in like submissions every round. Like he was out wrestling Nurmagomedov easy, like taking him down, beating him up on the ground. But Nurmagomedov just like, he was still in there, like trying to get back up, like looking for submissions. I don't know how many submission attempts he had. Like I think he had a submission attempt every round. He went for a ninja choke, like guillotine choke. Like he went for a lot of submissions. Eventually got it and I think the second on when he got him eventually with the, I think it was a guillotine choke. Yeah, it was a guillotine. It was a really nasty guillotine. I could see a world where Vinicius Oliveira just keeps it standing and like maybe edges it out. Maybe I don't think he's knocking him out. I think Nurmagomedov has a really good chin on him, so I don't think he's gonna knock him out. I'm gonna go Nurmagomedov by submission. I'm gonna go submission. Well, it's gonna be a crazy fight. It's gonna be a crazy fight. I like the under 1.5, under 2.5 rounds. I mean, plus 155. There's value on that all day long. Because I think there's a role there. We could see a finisher with how chaotic Nurmagomedov, not Nurmagomedov is, how chaotic Vinicius Oliveira is. He doesn't really like his hands are so low. I mean, leaves a lot of openings. I mean, there's also a world where he can catch Nurmagomedov and hurt him on the feet. So I think the way Oliveira fights, I kind of favor the under here. I know he went the distance over Ricky Simone, who just wasn't even trying to fight him. He just taking pictures out there. I do think Nurmagomedov is gonna give him a hard fight. He was getting taken on Bernardo Sopai, like getting out controlled, giving up the back and all that. Like so, that was a UFC debut. I mean, I think this is he had an opponent change there, so maybe he wasn't able to prepare properly. I'm sure he's gonna prepare for this fight. Man, I'm gonna go Nurmagomedov here, but I honestly hope that Vinicius can pull it off. I like the guy, man. I like Vinicius. I wish it wasn't Nurmagomedov that he was fighting. I would pick him over Martinez, honestly. I'd pick him over a lot of guys in the UFC, but this is just gonna be one of those matchups that's gonna be tricky, I feel like. Let me know what you guys have in the chat. The chat's picking Oliver as 33%, Nurmagomedov 67%. You'll say the over. You think it goes over? I know a lot of people are on the over here on this one. Like the books opened under 1.5 at minus 155. The overs are like juiced to minus 180 now, or like what is it now? Minus 180. Yeah, or the over 2.5 rounds. And there's a world that it could go over, but I feel like the way they fight, it's like it's made for a finish in this one. And this is the first fight on the main card, right? Yeah, this is yeah. I guess this is not the first fight on the main card. It's one of the it's on the main card. I feel like it's there for a reason. I mean, the UFC is trying to. They're probably expecting a finish here. I do think we're gonna see a finish here. Next fight on the card is Sergey Pavlovich versus Road Strike Biggie Boy. Man, we need Pavlovich to come back and win, man. And like, it's his aura is like kind of like his aura is leaving him almost at this point. Let's go Pavlovich versus Road Strike. I think Pavlovich, we're gonna see Pavlovich bounce back here. I really do believe that. I honestly, like, this was an Apex, so I'd feel more confident in Pavlovich because the Road Strike wouldn't have all that big octagon to move around in, run around in. Yeah, let's do a poll for this one. Let's see who the people are like. Is Sergey Pavlovich gonna be back, or is he cooked? Pavlovich. The problem I have with Road Strike is like he's not really gonna plant his feet and throw down in the pocket, because I think Sergey is gonna make him throw down in the pocket. The problem is like I'm just not sure if he has like if he's gonna put enough power behind his shots to like really get him out of there. Because he wasn't doing that to Vasa, he wasn't doing that to Gaziv. Like he's just kind of like running away, landing shots, running away. Like so, like I just don't see him being able to do the Sergey Pavlovich, man. Like Sergey, like even when he's getting picked apart by Volkov, like he's still trying to get the knockout, or he's still walk him down. And Volkov is hard, man. He's really tall, and like it's not really easy finding his chin. I feel like it's gonna be a lot more easier for Pavlovich to find that chin. The question is, can you put him away with one shot? I think you can hurt him. I think you can put him away. So I'm gonna go to Pavlovich here. The minus 300 line is kind of risky though. Like I've never seen Pavlovich win a fight after the first round. Well, he's gone the distance before, so we know he's not gonna fucking give up to cardio. I mean, like Gaziv did to Road Strike. At least he's gonna be there fighting for the whole fucking 15 minutes. I mean, but you never know. Maybe if that fight was five rounds against Volkov, he probably would have just fucking gassed out. I mean, completely like Gaziv. But yeah, I'm gonna go Pavlovich. I think Pavlovich is gonna be hungry, and I mean, Road Strike is beating a lot of these guys like Chris Dawkins. I mean, like who the fuck cares about Chris Dawkins? I think even like Chris Dawkins got knocked out in like after he got cut from the UFC, he got knocked out on the regionals. I think also. I think that was the guy, the former UFC fighter that knocked him out. Tufan Chukwi knocked him out, I think, also recently. Samil Gaziev, I mean, like he was getting outworked early. Like he lost the first round to Samil Gaziev. Then he knew Samil Gaziev, like that was his first ever 5-round main event in the UFC, and that was his second fight in the UFC. So beating Gaziev like that, I mean, that's not shocking, right? He beat Tai Tuivasa. That wasn't a split. That was 30-27. That was not a split. I don't know how they thought that fight was a split. Pavlovich is coming up 2 losses in a row. Aspinall and Volkov. I mean, Volkov looks really good right now. I don't know. I just can't see him losing to Road Strike, man. I mean, I just can't see it, guys. I don't know. I just have a hard time picturing Pavlovich. Just like he might just not have this confidence anymore. Like that could be a problem. if he doesn't have his confidence anymore, if he doesn't trust his power or like striking. But I'm gonna go with Pavlovich here. I think he should be able to hurt him. I think he's gonna land a jab on Gaziev, and not Gaziev. It's not fighting Gaziev. I was thinking he was fighting Gaziev, bro. Like, what would be the money line for Pavlovich if he was fighting Gaziev? He'd be like -500, right? Like easy -600 or Gaziev. But Gaziev can probably take him on, right? I don't know. I don't know if Gaziev can take him on. But I want to see that matchup. I mean, if Gaziev goes out there, beats Peterson, give him fucking Pavlovich. Let's give him Pavlovich after that one. Yeah, Pavlovich's gonna bounce back. I'm actually pretty confident Pavlovich's is gonna win. Next fight on the card is but I'll say something about Rosenstrike. I mean, if you think he can survive the first round, I think he's gonna win by decision. I don't think he's gonna like take many chances to go and finish with Pavlovich. I think he's gonna just wait. He's gonna just counter him and just win by decision. I think Rosenstrike is the type of guy that he's okay. Like he doesn't care if he doesn't get if he gets a finish or not. He's okay going the distance and just like winning on the scorecards. And I feel like if anyone's gonna win on scorecards, it's gonna be Rosenstrike than Pavlovich, because I think Rosenstrike is gonna be able to land more volume overall and maybe sway the judges in his favor. But Pavlovich is fighting. I mean, he's fighting near home right now, right? So Rosenstrike is traveling all the way there in Saudi Arabia fighting. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Pavlovich KO. Under 1.5 rounds, I think it should go under 1.5. He's only gone over 1.5 rounds once. And this one should go over. I mean, under. And him and Volkov were friends, right? So they maybe they weren't trying to hurt each other. Next fight on the card is Shura Magomedov versus Michael Wyndham Page. Let's go. Let's do this poll, guys. I'm excited for this one. I'm excited for this one. Okay. This one is gonna be a fun matchup, man. Like this whole main event could be like on any pay-per-view. I feel like pay-per-view card, easy. Page, MVP. Guys, I think there's a reason the UFC is giving Shura Magomedov. I mean, all strikers, right? I mean, Mikola is a striker. Petrosian is a striker. Tricoli is a bum. I mean, he can't really strike. He can wrestle, maybe like he can't wrestle anyone. I mean, at the UFC level, but he can wrestle also at the UFC. So they gave him Tricoli. Wasn't that short notice? I think that was short notice for Tricoli, by the way. I mean, he hasn't had like. I mean, I know people are like saying, "Oh, he hasn't fought anyone, this and that." Like, bro, like he can only fight people that the UFC is gonna give him, right? And I guess he was losing to Petrosian. I don't think he was losing to Petrosian, honestly. Like, it was a close matchup. I had the over 2.5 rounds there, parlay with the over 2.5 in the Ige fight. That one hurt, man. That one honestly hurt. Like, I was really confident the over 2.5 rounds in that one. Parlaying that with the Ige fight and the Murphy fight to over. And I mean, Magomedov knocked him out in the second on like 4 seconds before the bell rang. That was a nice spinning back fist. Haven't seen anything like that. I mean, I've seen like people throw spinning back fist, but throwing like a double spinning back elbow, like that was nice, man. That was nice. MVP brings the same like weapons. I mean, that Magomedov brings. He's gonna be looking for the same spinning back elbows. He hasn't been able to land it yet at the UFC level, but he was landing that on Holland. He was finding Holland coming in, catching him. So MVP, like if this wasn't in Saudi Arabia, I'd favor MVP as the underdog here. Honestly, I would. I'd probably even pick him. But I feel like this is going to be closer. Michael Wyndham Page, not really known for his high volumes money striking. I mean, he's not really going to wrestle, right? He's going to shoot a takedown on Magomedov. I mean, we've seen Silva get a takedown on Magomedov every round pretty much. And Silva's like checked out from the fight game completely. Michael Wyndham Page, he's not really out there wrestling anyone. I mean, he's been the one getting taken on and getting out wrestled. Almost got subbed by Kevin Holland in the second on. I mean, but he was able to survive and fight his way through the submission attempt. But I am gonna go with Magomedov. I think Magomedov's striking is pretty good. He's kind of plotty. Like he's not really doesn't have the as good of a footwork as MVP. I feel like he's not gonna be as quick as MVP, but I think his striking is gonna be good enough. He's gonna be able to land leg kicks and land kicks, question mark kicks, even land counters. I could see MVP landing a counter here and there, but I'm gonna go with Magomedov. I think Magomedov at 185, at 170, MVP can do pretty well at 170 because he's a lot. He's probably gonna be faster than Magomedov. I still think Magomedov is gonna be able to land counters. He's got really good counters against Petrosian, who's a pretty good kickboxer. Not at the same level as MVP, but he was still landing counters and moving pretty well. And he took a lot of leg kicks in that Petrosian fight. And he really wasn't impacting him at all. I think he took like 30 leg kicks, and he was getting kicked to the body. He really wasn't impacting him. So durability on Magomedov is there. The cardio on Magomedov is there. This is a good solid matchup for him. And Abu Dhabi, man, like you're telling me they're gonna give him MVP in Abu Dhabi. They're probably paying MVP a bunch of money to take this fight at 185. He doesn't have to cut weight. I mean, he's gonna make a ton of money. He loses fight. There's nothing like who's gonna blame him for losing to MVP. I mean, Magomedov at 185. He wins this fight. I mean, it's gonna be good. More good things for MVP down the line. But I feel like Magomedov is gonna be able to hang in there and land counters. I don't think he's gonna knock him out. I think he's gonna go longer, and I'm gonna pick Magomedov by decision. I think he's gonna be able to hurt him, and MVP is gonna play that game. He's gonna taunt him and this and that, and it's gonna be a fun fight for sure. But I'm gonna go with Magomedov on the scorecards. I think he's good enough, and his striking's good enough. We haven't seen, I mean, I haven't seen anything from Magomedov that shows me that he can't strike with a guy like MVP. I still remember MVP getting outstruck by Mike Perry in BKFC. I mean, he was getting touched up by MVP, and Mike Perry was not as big as Magomedov. Mike Perry used to fight at 170, bro. I don't think Magomedov was making 170. He's pretty big for the weight class. He's 6'2", 73-inch reach, and he's actually built pretty wide. Whereas MVP is like kind of skinny, like tall and long and rangy. So I'm gonna go with Magomedov. It'd be nice if we can get the KO. I've seen Page get knocked out before, but it was a long time ago in Bellator. But it was a kind of fluke. Well, I mean, was it a fluke? It was kind of fluke. I mean, he took a leg kick and he got took an uppercut and he was all cold. So there's definitely an off switch there for MVP. But I'm gonna go with Magomedov. I don't think they're gonna let Magomedov lose unless he gets completely embarrassed. Then I could see them giving it to MVP in Saudi Arabia. Let's see what the chat thinks. He has one eye though. It doesn't matter in Saudi Arabia. It doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't fucking matter. W stream. I appreciate that, Tai. A good point about Mike Perry getting through the defense. Yeah, I mean it was a BKFC fight, right? So it's definitely different. I mean, there's not really gonna be there's no gloves. I mean, there's no padding on the gloves, so you're gonna take damage much quicker. But Mike Perry is one of the better BKFC fighters we've seen, and still like it was a close matchup, right? Yeah, the fact that MVP had the reach advantage over Mike Perry and he still was getting tossed up. I mean, I've seen enough from. I mean, I'm not saying that he can't win this fight. He could, if he could frustrate him and stay at range, just fucking like just be hard to find for Magomedov, because that's what he brings in, right? That's why the odds are like Magomedov's not minus 400 here because of that right there. But Magomedov can maybe wrestle. If anyone's gonna wrestle, I think it's Magomedov. I mean, if he gets frustrated at range, why can't he get a takedown on MVP? I mean, we've seen guys like Kevin Holland take him down. We've seen guys like Gary take him down. Why can't Dagestani take down MVP? I mean, it could happen, right? It shouldn't be too shocking for us if it happens. We've seen Kopylov go out there, take down Cesar Almeida, and Kopylov never wrestled in the UFC before that. So honestly, like I think there's a possibility, really big chance that Magomedov can wrestle if he needs to. But I think his ego is like way too big, and he's just gonna strike with him, and I think he's gonna be okay. Straight chin solid. Never seen him hurt out there. Yeah, I think Magomed is gonna be fine. He's gonna throw more volume, and even if MP can land better shots, I think it's gonna be close enough where it's gonna be Magomedov gets it. I'm gonna go with Magomedov. I'm not gonna bet the over 2.5 rounds here anymore because I'm not gonna like. I've learned my lesson. Like this year, like I was thinking about this. Like it's betting. If you think the fight's gonna be striking only, like and betting the over 1.5, over 2.5 rounds, bro, you're playing with fire. Like I should have known that, right? And even in that Ige fight, like I bet the Ige and Murphy fight to go over 2.5 rounds. I got in pretty early, so I parlayed those two. But I should have known like that Ige. I mean that one was close to being under too. So like betting over in a fight where both these are striking. I mean they're just gonna stand and trade. That's like kind of risky unless you're getting plus money on the over, then probably worth it. But I'm gonna stay away from the over in this one, even though I think it goes over. More than likely because I think they're really good counter strikers, and I think MVP has a pretty good chin on him. He could eat shots, and I think Magomed has a pretty good chin on him too. I don't think he's gonna be able to land a spinning fucking back elbow like he did against Petrosian, because Petrosian just kind of walks forward with a high guard, whereas whereas MVP is kind of like sitting back, light on his feet. He's just kind of waiting for you to open up so he can counter you. So like it's different stylistic matchup. I feel like that MVP brings in, the Petrosian brings in. Next fight on the card is the main event of the evening, guys. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. We're here on which fucking day is it? It's fucking Monday, bro. It's Monday night. We're breaking down the full card, and I'm gonna do another breakdown after the weigh-ins on probably Saturday morning. No, this is the morning card, right? We're gonna be I'm gonna be live for this card. I'm probably gonna be live for this card, so this probably starts at like 9 a.m. right? Normally I go live in the morning to break down the card for my final picks, but I can't do that for this card. Because yeah, this starts early in the morning, so I actually like the cards that start early in the morning, because I don't have to sit there for like 1 a.m. in the morning and like sleep in the next day for like till like midday. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna do a breakdown like Friday night. I'll probably do that after the wins and all that. We're gonna watch the wins. I'm gonna do a live preview for this because I want to look for more spots, and I have one spot right now on this card, but I want to look for more spots to make money on. Because the Saudi Arabia cards are actually not that bad to make money, and it's pretty easier to predict. I mean, than like a lot of these cards in the states that take place in states. Let's break down this card now. So the last poll, people had Shara Bullet at 56% and MVP at 44%. All right, yeah, it's a close match. I mean, I don't blame anyone going with MVP. If it wasn't in Saudi Arabia, honestly, I would pick MVP. I'm not even kidding with you guys. If he just had more volume, also. Let's go Adesanya versus the Imavov. Man, this is gonna be one of those fights where like you almost have forgot, right? You almost have forgot, man. The former two-time champion Israel Adesanya is gonna remind everyone. He's training with Whitaker, so he's definitely got a better training partner than the guys that he's been training with. Their shitty kickboxing. I mean, for the past I don't know how many years. Because most people over there in city kickboxing are strikers. They're not really grapplers. I mean, Nasruddin Imavov, man. I know people don't really think of Imavov as a wrestler or a grappler. I mean, but I watched all his fights and I've seen him wrestle. When he does wrestle, when he goes for like his grappling, he gets takedowns on people. Like anyone that he's attempted takedowns on, he gets a takedown. Like you can go back and run tape on his career. I mean, I know they're not at the level of Israel Adesanya, but still, anyone that has tried to take down Izzy, they have taken him down. Whitaker took him down like I don't know how many times, like 6 times or 7 times in the second rematch. DDP took him down over and over. Like eventually got the submission, but he was up to get up after DDP took him down. So I feel like Imavov has better control when he takes people down. He's got really good back takes, and I wouldn't say he's a better fighter than DDP right now. I think DDP has like better cardio and like better overall game plan. But Imavov is good enough where he's gonna be able to hang in on the feet with Izzy. I don't think Izzy can like hurt him on the feet. Maybe he can land a high kick. Maybe you can put him away like that. But I don't see it. I don't see Imavov getting wobbled here. He eats pretty clean shots to the chin, like it's nothing, bro. The guy has a pretty solid chin. His cardio has been getting better. I know people keep talking about that Buckley fight. If you really like remember what really happened during that Buckley fight, so I'll tell you guys what happened. So it was I think that was in France, right? That was in Paris, France. Or wasn't that in France? Let me see. I think that was in France, and that was just like he was really trying to go out there and finish Buckley early. He almost had him out finished in the early rounds. Wasn't that in South yeah, that was in Paris, France. Yeah, that was in France. So like he was really trying to go out there and finish him. I mean, and like he was only 26 years old at the time, and he almost finished him. He almost got the submission in the second on. Like he was beating him up on the feet, beating him up on the ground, taking him down easy. Like I know Buckley's a 170 now. Like he's looked better at 170, but still landing clean shots on Strickland. Like landing clean counters on Strickland. Imavov has really good at 1-2 right down the pipe. Like I think that's something he's gonna be able to find a home for in this fight. Against Phil Haas, I mean, Phil Haas was taking him down. If you watch this fight, and people are gonna be like, "Oh, Phil Haas beat him, bro. He's gonna be beat up by Israel Adesanya." You know, Phil Haas beat him, bro. Phil Haas was taking him down. He wasn't beating him up on the feet. I don't think he was. I think it was him mixing up the takedowns and giving him different looks. Izzy, I've only seen Izzy take down one person. It was Poatan when he took him down. He took down Poatan. I think he took this fight on short notice. I think it was Strickland. Wasn't it short notice for Imavov? It was his first ever 5-round main win, by the way. So he's had like four. I mean, how many main events? Three main events in a row now. So he's had experience. He's gone the distance. I mean, this wasn't a majority decision, guys. I don't think how Imavov, like, the only reason this was a majority decision was this was a point taken away from Imavov in this fight. He almost finished him out every round. If you go watch this fight, bro, he almost finished in every round. He still had cardio in the 5th round. Was still beating him up in the later rounds. And he was trying to finish him on the ground. He was all grappling to Litze. Like, Litze's a pretty good grappler. Better grappler than Izzy for sure. Ken Neer, I know he's losing the early rounds to Ken Neer, but he found his rhythm after. He was getting clinched, so he was getting muscled around in the clinch by Ken Neer. But Ken Neer can give a tough fight. A lot of people out there. And Brandon Allen, I know Brandon Allen took him down in the 1st round. So, like, people that talk about Mav's cardio, bro, like, he's been the fights where he's getting kind of looking tired as people that are trying to mix in grappling. And Phil Haas was trying to mix in grappling, made him kind of tired. I feel like in this fight, Izzy can obviously see at range, just kind of like leg kick him. But I think Mav's going to be able to time counters as Izzy's trying to leg kick him. And obviously, Izzy has more championship experience, fought the better opponents, but I'm gonna go to Mavov. I'm gonna go to Mavov on this one. And Mavov finished Cannonier. Izzy couldn't, bro. I wouldn't say that. I mean, Mavov definitely has better, like, more power in his hands. I feel like I wouldn't say he's as sharp as a counter striker than Izzy, but he's definitely got like more sting when he lands. It's like it's more like you can see the impact when he lands on people. I know he hasn't had the KOs to show for it, but he's pretty good, man. He's got good cardio now. Like, he's only 20 years old, right? He's 29 now in his prime. This is one of those fights where Izzy's got to prove it to me. Like, does he still want this? Like, he looked pretty good in DDP fight. I picked DDP there. Like, I know people are like, oh, Izzy's gonna remind everyone a contender. Izzy's gonna come back. Let's see if he can come back here. I'm gonna go with Mavo. I think Mavo can edge this one out by like 48, 46, maybe 49, 40. I don't think 49, 48, 47. I think it's gonna be close. And I think Mavo's gonna be able to clinch him when he needs to. He's gonna be able to take him down if he needs to. His chin's solid enough. I don't think he's gonna get finished on the feet. And there's a chance that Mavo can lock in the submission. I know he doesn't have a lot of submission in his career, but I've seen him go for submissions, rear naked chokes and stuff like that. I mean, he's got really good back takes. He'll, like, once he takes people down, he has a Dagestani hand control. Like, you know, where people, they grab your wrist and they control you on the ground, they punch you in the face. Like, so Mavo can do all that too. It's not really his game plan though. He's okay striking with you, then he'll mix in a takedown if he wants to. Let's see what the people think now. So I know that's not gonna be a popular pick this week. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Mavo. I think he's more hungry now. He's gonna push a little bit harder than Izzy. I think he wants it more. Also, Tide has a solid bender W. I mean, it's I don't blame you guys. I mean, he's been at the top for so long. This is definitely one of the like better matchups for him. I mean, stylistically, if Mavo doesn't wrestle, I'm actually like, the reason I'm picking him because I think he has more passive victory with the grappling. Obviously, if he grapples, I'm not sure if he's gonna grapple for sure. Well, that's me just like kind of like hoping that he grapples out there and also mixes it up. I think that's gonna frustrate Izzy when you mix it up. And when you pressure Izzy doesn't like pressure. Like, even against Poatan, I mean, not Poatan's a way better kickboxer, but still, he was losing that fight. I mean, before he found that counter shot. And if he doesn't find that counter shot on Poatan, he'd be on like a 4 or 5 losing streak right now. 4 losses in a row. So let's see how he looks. So that's gonna be my pick, guys. Imavov. I'm gonna pick Imavov. I'm picking Michael Wynn. I'm picking Shira Magomedov by decision. Pavlovich. I think Pavlovich's gonna be back. He's finally gonna be back. Now, insane fight if Rufi's. Who's Rufi fighting? Is Rufi fighting someone now? Does he have a fight coming up soon? Like, who's he fighting now? Anyone know? Someone let me know in the chat who is fighting now. Yo, we're Parley Princess. What's going on, Parley Princess? After that Paul Hughes fight, I can't pick Izzy. Bro, I actually like I was gonna so this is what I was gonna bet on the PFO. I'll tell you guys right now. So this is what I was gonna do. I was gonna do the under 1.5 in the co-main and the Usman money line. I was gonna do that, like just bet that parlay because I was like the easy parlay right there, right? Then I'm like, I think Paul Hughes can actually win that fight. Then I'm like, I knew in the back of my head that if it goes distance, there's no way they're gonna give it to Paul Hughes. I mean, there's no way. It doesn't happen in those places unless Paul Hughes was like knocked him out or something like that. That's the way he's gonna win. So I still had some hope. I mean, that it could be close. Maybe you could edge it out. Then I actually bet on Nathan Kelly. Nathan Kelly almost got a first round KO. He just gassed out trying to finish the guy later. So like those are my two underdog plays on PFO. Then I had like LFA came through for me big time. I needed LFA. I think I was down like 3 units on the day. So I was down like 2.5 units. I was down on the day on the weekend, and LFA came through for me huge. The underdog and LFA fucking saved my night on the weekend. I mean, I was really happy for that. And I gave out that play in Discord. Guys, make sure you join Discord, man. I give you guys plays in Discord. If I'm feeling really confident in someone or in a reason I'll tell you guys to go bet on him. So make sure you guys are in Discord. And that was like he was like plus 150 before the he's cast like 4 times as underdog now. So if you guys are like ever watching LFA in the future, keep an eye on this guy. Shannon Clark also got a win. You guys remember Shannon Clark? Shannon Clark got a win. Now she's gonna be able to show her face to people now. Let me see that. So it was like LFA was pretty good, man. I actually had a lot of fun watching LFA. There's gonna be people that are gonna be UFC soon from LFA. Why can I find it? Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna see Larry and Douglas in UFC. He's like plus 150. This is Miles John's brother, guys. This is Miles John's brother. I was so happy to see Miles John's like put his head. He was like, "Fuck, man." That was actually pretty funny. Like Miles John's brother got started. So, I mean, let me see if I can bring it up here on like show you guys the fucking KO. No, what was his name? Johns, Eliza Johns. I'm a menace, bro. I shouldn't be enjoying watching this guy fucking get KO'd. But it was actually pretty nice. Alright guys, I'm gonna be out of here. I'll be live in the next probably the next 2 days. I'll go live again. But yeah, I gotta be out here. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Did Shannon Clark lose? What's going on, Luis? I know she actually won. She beat Bowers. It was a close fight. I mean, Shannon Clark won, bro. Terrible. I mean, it was a close enough fight where I don't really blame them giving it to Shannon Clark. But like, Sid needed that win, bro. Sid needed that win. I don't know what. He probably would have like fucking jumped off a bridge after if she didn't win that fight. Because she looked really depressed in that fight. She said that people are giving her, like, telling her they're gonna kill her because she cost people their parlays. I mean, yo, the MMA community is pretty like fucking crazy. Being a MMA fighter isn't easy. I mean, if you lose a fight, people are gonna be fucking trying to kill you, trying to get you. I mean, yeah, we're gonna so people are picking him up by 53%. So let's see. We're gonna find out. I mean, maybe all the Izzy fucking Glazer are gonna show up next week after Izzy wins. They're gonna be like, "Oh, we should have known, bro. You're a fucking casual. You should have known Izzy was gonna win. Izzy was gonna win this whole time." I can't wait for that. But I'll see you guys in the next one, man. I'll be back. I'll try to get another live stream in next week. I mean, this week before I'll be live on Saturday for sure in the morning. But I'm gonna try to get a live stream in before that, maybe Friday. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. Take it easy, guys. Is anyone live right now? Let's see. Who's live right now? I think Age is going live right now, guys. Or he's gonna go live at 11, I think, or something like that. So let's see. Not sure who's live right now, guys, but Age is gonna be live soon. So maybe he's gonna be live. Moneyline Monday is live later. I'll be there later. I'm gonna get some food and enjoy the Moneyline Monday. Take these guys later.